Up, fish people? Kenny E with the Etiquette Aquatics and lovely Danny E.
Hi.
How's everybody doing? Go ahead and do the introductions like I always do. First in this evening was Mr. Dan Slee. Good job, Dan. And let's see here. Oh, you guys have been talking up. I'm not seeing everybody now.
Chris John was second. Scott Aquatics was third.
Keep going.
Let's see. We had Natural Aquariums, Kaler's Aquatics, Sand Creek Aquatics 2, Streetwise. We've got, let's see here, Maine's Tails, Furs and Fins. And John Larson, Nathan Fishboy was stopping in. He's at work. HT Aqua.
You forgot Carol. She was up there a ways ago. Carol Bressel.
I didn't see her.
She was there.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I missed.
So anyway, guys, it is like 95 degrees here right now with about 95% humidity, it feels like. But other than that, it's great.
It's not that hot.
Hey, to this Norwegian blood, it's hot, man.
It's like 80, low 80s, and Ken thinks he's melting.
I'm melting. I am melting, guys. I'm telling you, don't let her witchery fool you. It's hot here.
My witchery.
How you doing, Lori Becker? Good to see you. 44 Mad Guy. Good to see you.
Ian
Catfish
Atkins.
Terry, Chubby Fish. Good to see you.
Ian Atkins and Pet Sonics Multiple Aquariums.
Mr. Diego. There's Candy Overhauls. Good to see you, Candy. Anthony Fishy Friends, Pepperland Creek Aquatics. Anyway, guys, I was going to start off tonight. It's a funny story, man. I went to get my wife some ice cream and some Gatorade and whatnot and chicken, and I come back home and I hit the hallway and man, it smells like death. I mean, I thought, you know,
be honest, it smelled like farts.
It smelled bad, man. So anyway, I come in and I'm like trying to be polite. I'm like, man, oh man. But I couldn't take it. I'm like, what have you been farting back in this room all afternoon? What is going on? So anyway, she had just cracked a new bottle of that safe stuff. Man, guys, I'll tell you what, that stuff is foul when you first open it. I mean, it smelled bad.
It smells like a sulfur kind of rotten eggy smell.
Yeah, it's bad, man.
And he thought I'd been back here having gas or something. I just started laughing. I'm like, safe. Who knew it smelled so bad?
Charles Reeves, how are you? So anyway, I did have a little misfortune this week. Friday night, I went to work. Everything was cool with my TriMet. And came home from work and looked like she'd been in 5 rounds with Mike Tyson. Her right side eye was just completely popping out of her head. Anyway, that brings me to my next subject. I want to take the time to thank 3 gentlemen. First being Mr. Bob Kaler. He took time to talk me through it. I was a little spazzed when I was talking to him. Followed by Chris at Multi-Tank Addiction. And then Candy Overhauls was nice enough to reach out to Scott from King and Queen Cichlids. And Scott got a hold of me and kind of gave me some ways to go to try to help cure it. But I thought it was really cool of all 3 of you gentlemen to help her brother out, because I'm still spazzing because she's not completely healed yet. She does look in the last hour like she's looking better. She's starting to swim and do things and looking for food. So, but the eye is still messed up. And while I'm on the subject of Chris from Multi-Tank Addiction, I wanted to get it out to everybody, and my mods are welcome to put a link to his next stream if you'd like. Chris is going to be having his once-a-month auction for his aquarium art this Tuesday. So if you are the artsy type and would like some super, super cool art, Chris has got some awesome stuff. So he will be having his first ever auction this coming Tuesday. It'll be a monthly auction. So that's something to look forward to.
Hi, Moonstone.
Hey, Kim, how are you? Chevy Fish, good to see you. So anyway, we did get a couple of cool fish today. We've got another green tear that was the mama to the big one you always see behind me. So I put her with him, or her, not sure which it is. And then we got, what was that other one called, honey? That whatever.
It's a Netropolis nematopus.
Yeah, we got it from a friend of ours. And then we got a rainbow cichlid. And then the female to the beautiful Vieja I've got in this tank behind us, the South Carolina. Got a female one of those. And what was the last one? Oh, another red Moda.
And then we also got Limia tridens, which are a little live bearer.
Then tomorrow, Danny, if you guys see the tank behind her,
Yeah.
we'll be getting her. She will be getting her zebra Akara tomorrow, so she's pretty stoked about that.
Yes. So I put in, because they need a softer water, and as if you've been watching our channel at all, you know that we have a little harder water here. And so to get it soft, I put Fluval peat balls. They're like little pellets, little peat pellets, and you put them in a bag and you put them in the hang on the back filter, and it helps soften the water naturally. So I put some of that in there. I'm hoping that it will lower the pH to their preferred range. So I want them to thrive. So I'm really excited about that.
Well, yes, we usually get fish because we want them to thrive.
Yes, but sometimes you kind of go, hey, let's see if they'll adapt.
Yeah, there you go.
Not really willing to do that with these.
Thanks, Candy, for dropping Chris's link. That's awesome.
Yeah. And then we also, did we tell them in the live stream last week, had the jewels done their thing yet?
No, they hadn't.
So our Turkana jewels, which Ken just got me less than 2 weeks ago, they bred and they have wigglers. And yesterday or today, this morning, they moved all their little babies. They had dug out around the roots of a sword plant and had spit the babies up underneath in those roots. And it was kind of like a cage for them. And they were, it was almost like a playpen. And then they gathered them up out of the root system today and then moved them over to another part of the tank. I think they got miffed at Kenny and I for always peeking in there on them.
I don't think they're digging being on camera.
They're very particular about their little babies.
So, as I've been saying, guys, I'll know here in the next week. I'm thinking of taking a quick trip home anyway. So I might take an extra week and do a little, I call it the family tour. Just hop in my big red truck, and wherever the road takes me that particular day, whoever's close to the town I'm going to stop at that night, I'm going to hang out with some fish fam along the way. My first stop, believe it or not, I think will be less than 3 hours for me. I think I might stop in and see good old redfish, bluefish will be my first destination because I got to hop on the 90 anyway. But we shall see how it goes. I might want to bypass that Seattle because that's a little sketch traffic and go out to Spokane and hit the 90 that way. I'm still debating. I'm not quite sure yet if it's going to happen, but I'm 99% sure it's going to happen. I haven't been home in like 2 years, and before I start my next journey, I think I should get a vacation in. And then, what on earth was that? What did you just do? Come on, man. What was it? I'm sitting here like, it sounded glassy, maybe a little metally. What was it?
It was my fan.
Oh, well, pick it up so you got your fan. Oh God.
I thought it was going to be safe. Nothing dripping on my feet.
Yeah.
There.
Hey, Griffin Fish Room, good to see you, bub. I'm going to reach out to all the guys that came to the live stream last night. That was a blast. I had an absolute blast. We just did kind of an open panel, everybody BSing type of a live stream. It was great. So everybody that showed up last night, that was a blast.
James from Fish Room Fever's not feeling good, so he's just going to lurk.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, James. Never any good, especially in today's time when people say that. It's scary.
And Catfish Terry says, Tom Kelly's going to build a tank after vacation. Yeehaw!
Yep, I'd say your channel's starting to get the bug there, Terry.
Cichlids 23. Hey, Moonski. I haven't heard that one.
This Carol is green
Melon.
apple Gatorade.
Oh, I thought it was melon.
No booze.
Nope, no booze. Yep, John Larson says, Mommy trying to protect the babies. That's for sure.
Yeah, those Jules are real good parents, it seems like.
Yeah, I'm really excited about these Acaras. I'm hoping maybe I can get them to breed, but we'll see. I haven't had any luck with the softwater fish yet, but I think this one may be soft enough. And if this works to bring down the pH, I may try it for the discus, to get the discus, the blue diamond discus, to hatch.
We shall see.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we'll throw the discus in that behind you.
No. No.
They would look cool in that one.
No.
Then you'd have the big tank for all your zebras that has already got all that moss and stuff that I like.
Yeah, I really wanted to try to get the Tetris to breed in that. So I've got this tank, and it's got so much. You know the moss that the Mariso balls are made out of? Well, the whole tank's covered in that kind of moss or algae, I guess it is really. And all the sticks, the stones, everything in there is covered with that algae, and it looks really cool. I have not gotten rid of it. It looks different, but really super cool. So I like it. So I'm not trying to get rid of it. But I thought it might be really good for trying to breed some tetras.
Through Colorado.
What?
Candy was wondering if we're going to go through Colorado. I would most likely go 80. So that's, I can't remember if I go through Colorado that way or not. I know I go through Montana. I go through.
Well, you're going to want to hit Tennessee.
Well, that's going to be on the way back. I'm going to hit the southern route, hit the Tennessee boys, stop and see Aunt Donna in Arkansas, cruise across to Texas, see Zen and Big Hank Tank, come back up through California and see all the California boys like Aqua Balls, Anthony Fishy Friends. Then I've also, when I'm going down to Tennessee, I can stop in Kentucky and see Griffin. And then I've already got Peplin Creek up in Wisconsin. I think he was like less than an hour from the cabin, so I'll see him while I'm up at the cabin. Invite him down.
LRB sometime while you're back there.
Well, you know that's happening.
So Ian Atkins said he really appreciated the invitation to the stream last night. And Kayla Aquatic said it was really fun.
No. I thought, Candy, aren't you in Montana or something? I can't remember. Okay, at Danica Noel, I had no
Tom,
luck finding red-eye tip, red-tail puffers. Gonna have to go to pea puffers now. Well, there's nothing wrong with pea puffers. Let me tell you, they're fun. Did you check Wet Spot, Jeffrey?
You can order them online through there, usually.
Westpod almost always has those. Yes, Terry, I'll be down in Tennessee. I'll make sure to see Catfish Terry while I'm there too.
So Tom Patterson said sphagnum moss is on your HOB works good to lower pH. That's good. Yeah, I have a big bag of it, but I had heard that the sphagnum moss, if you get too much of it in there, it can lower your pH too far. And I was a little leery on how to, I don't know. I'll see. I'll see if I need to use it, but I do have some just to lower the pH.
Okay. Yeah, I was wondering, Candy, because Moonstone or somebody was asking. Maybe she meant Priscilla said that, because I know Priscilla's from Colorado. What are you laughing at now? What did I do now?
Candy. No, I wasn't wondering if you were going through Colorado. So Montana. I can talk to myself, LOL.
I know for sure I'm going through Montana, Candy. That's the route I usually take. And I think if I remember right, Montana's about, what was it, honey? About 24 hours still from the house or from the cabin, probably.
I remember that. Montana was such a long state. That was like 11 hours of driving in Montana.
And if I remember right, Billings is on the eastern side of Montana, isn't it?
I don't know.
I think it was one of the last cities, or it's either one of the first cities we hit or one of the last. I can't remember. It's been so long since we drove like that.
Kimberly Holt says, hello from Rowan Kim.
Hey, Kim. If you all remember Kimberly Holt, she was the shy vice president's wife that wouldn't get on the stream with me.
Chewy says, yes, your stream last night was freaky at Danigan Aquatics. Although I have to say, Chewy, I watched your premiere of the ocean with a bunch of the ocean life and everything and the music behind it. I loved that. It was so nice. I really enjoyed it. Oh, we need to say something. So LRB mentioned on his Friday night stream that he's really trying to get more subscribers. So if you guys have ever watched his channel, you couldn't meet a nicer person, seriously, than Lucas Brett. And if you haven't subscribed to his channel, please do. Let's help him out a little bit and
get him to 50K.
Yeah, because seriously, one of the best guys, and he will give you really great advice on your fish and just genuinely nice, down-to-earth person. You couldn't ask for a better dude.
But I'll give you a little broadcast, honey. I promise you, anybody is on our stream is subscribed to LRB.
Well, you know, some people don't subscribe. You know, and it really helps the channels. You just don't know how much it means. It really does mean a lot. And we appreciate all of you.
Hey, Andy, how are you? Good to see you.
Streetwise
cool, Candy.
A lot about the continent for various driving trips from Vermont to Colorado.
Danny and I, believe it or not, when our kids were growing up, when we'd have to go back home to see my family, we weren't flying, man. Number one, it cost too much. Number two, you weren't going to trap me on no plane with 4 kids. Wasn't happening, man. So we'd load them up in a van, and at least then I could let them out to let loose that anguish for a couple of minutes and then get back in the van and go. Of course, I had them trained. They understood it was only for bathroom, food, and gas. That was all one stop, by the way. So they knew, okay, I better get it everything out of the way because I ain't seen it again for another 400 miles. They figured that part out. But generally, I had about 2 weeks. I'm thinking I've got some reserves saved up, but I could take my time, but I don't know if I want to because I want to do other things too. But I would like to, I guess I do want to take my time a little bit, but I probably can't be gone more than maybe 3 weeks, 4 at tops. Then I have to get back here and Danny will crack the whip and get me working.
Yes, I'm such a whip cracker. All right, I will use rubber gloves when handling it, Chevy Fish. Duly noted. And I did not know that about it. So I said there's some dangerous fungi.
Hey, Chewy, you know, my wife and I are probably going to incorporate your help. You're Mr. Music legit guy that I want to make sure I don't get in trouble with YouTube, obviously, but we want to get some kind of cool intro thing for our channel. So I might be recruiting you here, sir, to help me out with that. Because anybody who knows me, I'm not Mr. Tech.
And very cool, Jeffrey Watts. So I saw that you subscribe to all the Fish Tube fam and that you watch and you lurk. Now, you know, I do the same thing. I'm always lurking in different people's streams and I don't always say anything. Sometimes, but Ken's always telling me, Danielle, say hi to everybody. But sometimes I just like to lurk.
Hey, Brad, Mr. Fish, sir, good to see you. I'm trying to remember, Priscilla. I don't usually go through Colorado, but I will. If I'm up that way, I will check it out.
Colorado is beautiful.
Oh, I know. That's the problem. If we went there, we'd probably never come back here.
No, that's not true. It's beautiful, but it gets a lot colder, and I'm a big wimp when it comes to winter.
Now, here's what's hilarious, guys. This coming from the woman. It could be 22 degrees outside, and she's got our window wide open, fan blowing in the middle of winter. But yes, she's worried about the cold.
Well, 40 degrees below zero.
I mean, the average
in Illinois was cold.
The average cold winter here, I've got to have like 2 layers of blankets plus a heating blanket, and then I usually got a snowmobile suit on under me so I can sleep at night. And three layers of like wool socks, you know,
so
face mask, you know, just so I can sleep at night. What? I mean, it's pretty good, right?
No.
I'll never forget one night. I mean, I was really cold. My teeth were. I must have woke her up from my teeth chattering, you know. And she goes, "Honey, are you cold? What was your first clue?" And, you know.
Now shall I tell them the true story about your teeth chattering?
Yeah.
But you know what? He does get cold. So I did buy him an electric blanket. I thought that was a very nice Christmas gift to give him.
Sickless 23. I don't remember saying hello to you. Hello. And Chewy, I forgot to say hello to you. Chris at Multi-Tank Addiction. I know I saw it. I'm pretty sure I said hello to you. And while I see you there, Chris, once again, guys, if you're going to want some killer art this coming Tuesday at 5:30 Pacific Standard Time, Christopher Multi-Addiction's first ever monthly art auction. So you guys will have to check that out.
And then, Ken, you should ask what people think about what you should do with your hair.
Now, why are we bringing the chat into this again?
Because you were trying to get me an opinion, and I said you should ask.
So,
people.
guys, check it out. About 10 years ago, I got tired of this bald spot up here. So what I did is I just went with the nice, clean, shaved look. I don't know why she's bringing you all in this. I just asked her. I said, I'm thinking about going back to the bald look. I like it better. I don't have to mess with hair in the morning. It's just done. And she's like, well, you know, that her opinion was, I was in retail, and she says that people were scared of me because I'm 6'4", and when I had the bald stuff on, she said I look scary.
He was kind of intimidating.
And since then, I've gotten old fat on me. Like, I don't have the muscle I once had.
Please. Oh, I wish I had your obesity problem.
And my six-pack's now a kegger.
Whatever. Hey, that's just part of the fun of getting old.
Kim says
No,
Diet
nothing.
Purple.
Diet Purple. There you
That's
go.
probably. I love Chattanooga, but I'm going to tell you, this grape all purple, I don't think that's going to work. That ought to look good. Well, I am in Oregon, though. They probably would be perfectly fine with it if I went
You know,
interviewed for a job.
Portland's motto is keep Portland weird.
Yeah,
and,
that is true.
You know,
show up on a unicycle playing the bagpipes, they'll be right in, right?
no, you can't take his shtick. The unicycler is a gig all into himself.
Uh-oh, Bob, here they go. You know we can't talk about hair. They're asking y'all how your mullet's coming along. You knew that was coming.
Ohio mullet.
Thank you, Chevy Fish. I appreciate that. She says, I look decent now.
See, and that's why I thought you should just leave it the way it is. I like it.
Ohio mullet.
Yep, then you could be like Big Rich.
No, nobody's going to catch Rich's mullet for a while. That boy's got a mullet.
Yeah. And Carol Brassel says, I vote to leave a little hair on top, and you are not fat. I agree. I think you should just leave it. Who cares if it's getting thinner? It's okay. Still looks good.
You know what? Now that I think about it, I wore this shirt just for Ed. And where is he tonight? He ain't even in here tonight.
Nope.
Ed stole my glory, man. That's all right, Ed. I know you watch my replays. There it is, baby.
Now, why are you showing Ed your Viking shirt?
Because we're going to kick their this year. The Chiefs. Anyway, guys, the other thing I was going to say, too, if you wanted to get any of the Daniken Aquatic stickers, I will show you this. You can go right here. Daniken stickers, email us. Daniken.aquatics@gmail.com.
No, Kenny, that was pretty slick. I did not know you could do that.
Neither did I until about, hour ago, so I did it.
Hello, Gnarly Fish Tanks. How are you doing?
What's going on, Gnarly? Now the key is how I get that down. All right. There, we got it.
Now I know how to get up, and I know how to take it down. All right.
I'm only good at getting up.
William, stop it.
Hey, I will have you know I always on my streams mark it, no, it's not for children.
Carol Braswell says, waiting for the merch.
Carol, I am so on that.
He is. He's working all
and the thing that makes me mad, the lady that I normally have do like our bowling shirts and stuff like that, try calling her office and she's got this message. Due to COVID, not sure when we'll be back in the office. Try us in about 30 days. Okay, so I'm going to look for another place to do it because I'm not waiting 30 days. Danny wants me to get purple ones, so I'm definitely doing that. There will be purple available. I don't know if it's going to go good with the bright orange discus on them, but hey, she wants it.
Fine.
I know I want black. I'm going to probably go white.
The orange discos will stand out.
Yeah.
Cyclist 23. The Bears.
Oh, my God. Oh, no. Hey, mods, keep an eye on that one.
Candy Overhaul said no Dragon Lair all day either.
That's because Dragon Lair, he had an episode on my stream last night. My mods had to correct it. There were some very bad curse words spoken on my stream. Guys, listen. That's going to bring me to my next subject. I try, trust me, and anybody who knows me, I try so hard to make sure we answer all of your questions. But there's sometimes even in my chat, that stuff is rolling, man. And he got upset. I guess he asked the panel last night a couple of questions. It's even harder when you got a panel up, trying to keep up with them, keep up with the chat. And don't ever take offense if the guy that's on the stream doesn't get to your question. It's not that we're doing it on purpose. A lot of times we don't see it. Now, something I will say to you, if you want your question answered, you want it to be seen, the easiest trick is to put the question and then behind it put @Daniken Aquatics. Then we will see, or my mods will see that there's a question, And generally I'll see it then and we'll be able to answer it. Not saying it's 100%, but that's an easy way.
Yeah.
Anyway, with that offer, that like I said, I love Dragon Lair. I'm not mad at him, but he took pretty good offense at me last night. Still don't know what I did to him, but he ended up leaving the stream mad, and I did get a thumbs down on one of my streams. I couldn't believe it. That was the first one in a long time, but I'm pretty sure.
We should expect a thumbs down. Totally.
Last time I got a thumbs down, we all know who that was.
It's fine.
Like LRB says, I love them all.
Yep, that's true. Yeah, Carol says absolutely. She has trouble keeping up on some of the scrolls too.
That's why I'm telling you. That's why I love the mods, you guys, to be able to keep up with everything. I mean,
yeah.
That's why, when I was trying to reach Scott with King and Queens, I had a couple. I could have probably asked Bob or Chris. Wasn't even thinking. All I was doing at the time was, I'm spazzing because my fish looks like it's on its deathbed. So anyway, I reached out to Candy, and Candy was able to get Scott with me. And that's, like I said, good mods are, worth their weight in gold. And I've got some good ones.
Yeah. So, Fish Pappy says, I loved my shave head. Wish I'd done it 40 years ago.
Yeah, I liked it when I did it. But like I said, I'm in retail business generally. So she started wearing them. She's like, I guarantee you intimidate people. And the thing that made me, I felt really, really, really bad. Okay, guys, if you listen to my iPad, you'd be very confused. I got all kinds of music in my iPad.
All genre.
I do. So I'm sitting at this place. We could dress way down, whereas I was part owner at the place at the time, and I had this black T-shirt. It says Patron Saint. It's black, and it's got all kinds of cool lettering and stuff on it. I think I had like Van shoes on, checkerboard Van shoes, and some other stuff. And I had this bald head with these shades that kind of wrapped around my head, and I'm in cap and deals. And I got 5-finger death punch just cranking. I wasn't open yet, but I had left the door unlocked. Anyway, this poor African-American gentleman came into my showroom floor. I said, "Can I help you, sir?" He goes, "Nah, man, I'm cool. See ya. I'm out." And that's when it sunk to me. It really hurt my feelings, because I'm not a racist guy. I love all people. I was a Marine. I didn't care what color you were. As long as when the shit was hitting the fan in the foxhole, you had my back. That's the way I was brought up. But that's when it hit me that, okay, if he's looking at me that way, then he must have thought like I was a skinhead or something. And that's what ultimately made me decide to grow some hair back. Felt real bad for the guy. And I just like crazy music. It wasn't making to make it sound like skinhead music. That's just what I was liking that day. If it would have came in 2 days later, I would have had Snoop Dogg or Gorilla Zoe on. That's just the way I am. I listen to all types. So anyway, yeah, that's probably why ultimately I went away from it. I just saw a question from Chewy. You're not doing a very good job, Edwards.
Well, you were telling a story and I was waiting. And our desert gobies are doing good. They've settled in nicely. No breeding activity. They almost blend into the sand in that tank. And I played a trick on Ken. And when I came home from us getting the fish at the thing, Ken was really tired. He went in, he fell asleep, and I was putting all the fish away. So I didn't tell Ken what tank they were in. And so for 2 days, he was looking for those fish.
Yeah. Candy, that's still, that's another thing. Anybody that's good with Instagram, I've been trying to figure out how to post more stuff and maybe make it an actual Daniken Instagram. That thing ain't easy to navigate, man. I've tried for months just to figure out how to post on that thing. I can put pictures and stuff, but I like I said, I can't even. Kenny, I wanted to egg you on, shave your head, but after that story, now is not the time.
Well, that's why I felt like he was maybe being intimidating to the people at
Well, like you said, you
know.
don't think about it because you're wearing your hair like that every day. You don't think nothing of it, but I don't want people to think I'm some kind of,
Scary dude.
yeah, I'm not. I'm easygoing. Well, I'll take that back. I'm easygoing till you mess with Danny or one of my daughters. And
That's
I'm
true.
probably a little scary then, but I had to be scary in those times. I'll put it this way, there's been a few young, disrespectful lads thrown off my front porch here a few times.
That's true. My poor children. Some of them I agreed with him on.
I mean, some of it, yeah. No knock and just walk in. Yo, what's up, man? Where's so-and-so? Who are you? Out you go.
Yeah. Good job, Moonstone. The MTA art auction. Good job.
I love how my X-Stray only trusts the water from my tanks.
This is Chevy says, I know one of the guys in Five Finger Death Punch, and he used to play in the Killer Dwarfs.
I love that band. I love that band. Hey, Crystal. Good to see you.
Yeah. So I've been getting some different plants for this tank behind me, that one. And so I've got plants that I've never had before. I've got some Pogostamen octopus in there, and I got some crypts that I've never had. I got some crypts walkeri, and I put some my Potamogeton gayi in there as well. What?
Everybody thinks I'm drinking St. Patty's beer.
It's not St. Patrick's Day.
No, it is green apple Gatorade.
See, that's why you should always leave it in the Gatorade container.
Yeah.
Except the Gatorade container didn't have ice, did it?
No, it did not. Well, that tells you, I filled this thing to the brim with ice. None left already. That's how hot it is in here.
So, yes, LRB's 240 went down. Yep, that was sad. Nathan Fishboy, when is it time to say you have too many tanks but keep picking up new tanks at the same time?
Never. We're not the people to ask. I'd ask LRB. Ask LRB. He'll tell you. I'm sure he'll.
This is true, but we are not the people to ask because
No.
I have a lot of tanks still sitting out in the garage.
And we're always on Craigslist looking for more.
In fact, today we were trying to get a hookup on a 375 gallon.
Now, you guys, again, I try to get along with everybody, but let me tell you all something. If you're trying to sell something, first rule, especially if you're on Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace, price. Put a price there so people can see it. Second one is if somebody wants to get a hold of you, it's a big inconvenience to have to sit there and email back and forth with you. But this guy took the cake for the most unsalesmanship ever. If you guys are ready for this one, I email him, would like to know the price. What is it? So what does he say? Give me your email address and I'll give it to my buddy. Hey, dummy, I just emailed you. Okay, you got my email address. Can I just get the price? I mean, you took the time to put it on there for your buddy. Y'all never talk about. All I want to know is the price at this point. Don't know if I want to buy it. I don't need to be closed because you ain't gonna close the closer. And let me know what the price is, please. So anyway, I just gave up on the guy. I just told him, I'm not interested. I'm out.
Yeah, but yeah, if you email him and he says, "Give me your email address,"
I mean, if you email the guy, I mean, come on.
Hello.
And anybody who knows me knows I've got great patience.
right.
That's one of my number one things people know me for is patient.
Yeah, that's the first word that I'd use to describe you. Not. Oh,
I'm gonna get so. I will tell you guys if I'm doing this journey though. The only thing it does when I'm driving, I smoke by the way, and I'm like, I know I'll be like from here to let's say to even Candies. If I went to Montana, I'd probably smoke what half of a case of cigarettes in that time.
Which is going to be really great for you if you ever get COVID.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, my friends, I've talked to a few of them, talking about what I'm going to be thinking about doing. They're like, aren't you worried about COVID? I said, I know my truck, guys. I'm a lot more, secure in my truck than being in a flying, fish tank in the air with a bunch of other fish in tight quarters. I mean, I think I'm safer in my truck. Plus, a little easier to go across the country with my 6 little buddies that way. So.
Huh?
My 6 little buddies. What's my gun shoot?
William.
A little hard to get that on an airline.
Yes. Father Fish is on here. Hello, Father Fish.
Father Fish, how are you, sir?
And Jessica Taylor.
Good to see you, Jessica.
So good.
They
Fun.
walk. I'm trying to catch up with what Bob said. They walk
among us. Who does? It sounds very cryptic.
It does.
Like aliens or Bigfoots or vampires.
Bigfoot. Hey, Bigfoot's real, peeps. Let me tell you. And he's right here in Oregon. That's why I'm bumming, I don't know if Bob Steenfot was serious, but I'm going to hook up with that. If he's as big a Bigfoot dude as I am so going to hook up with Bob, and we are going to do a Bigfoot adventure. That's guaranteed.
That would be so much fun for you to do.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think I saw the sparkle in his eye. I think he somewhere deep down believes he could.
Mr. Fish, sir. 30 buddies. He's got 30 buddies. You only have 6.
That's because I'm a Marine. I only need 6.
Oh, wow.
Then I'll reload.
You're going to be like that, huh? Wow. It's just craziness. So, back to Fish.
Father Fish, are you still on schedule to get the cast off tomorrow?
Oh, yeah. So, I don't know, there's, I think we got a female to one of the fish tank that's in my favorite fish that's in the tank behind Ken's head. I think we got a female, but the female is so much smaller than that male that's in that tank behind him. And
he's already killed his first mate. That's how we acquired it.
Yeah, but he was a baby. I mean, he was an inch long, an inch and a half.
He was an inch and a half, and he killed her. What do you suppose he'll do now?
I'm hoping that she'll get bigger, because I'm pretty sure it is a female, and they are a beautiful fish. Oh my gosh.
So Danny has stolen my dream. I'm no longer going to get a Maury eel.
I haven't stolen his dream. You know what he found out through several sources is that those eels constantly get out of the tank, and you have to have that tank basically duct taped shut in order to keep them, because they're just escape artists. And everybody was talking about how they've lost their eels. And Ken's like, I really don't want to spend $150 on a fish that's just going to jump out of the tank and escape. So, and I agree. There's better things we can do with
Oh,
$150.
don't put it on me. Don't put it on me.
What do you mean don't put what on you?
That I said it, they're going to jump out. You said we're not getting an eel, and that's the way it is.
That is so not true.
Oh, you said it.
He's Fibber McFibberson. So, yeah. So, Candy, no more eel. So, yeah, because really.
Well, you know what? That's an interesting point. Candy, when is those dates again? It's getting close, is it? No, you guys are doing that in late September, aren't you? Or around the weekend after Labor Day, I think you guys said you were doing that. But yeah, Danny and I, because I can start my new job and already say I already had that plan. So yeah, we might hit that too. Danny loves to camp. I don't have to twist her arm very hard.
But always the week after Labor Day, I'm in the Redwood Forest.
Oh, is that week?
Yeah.
Oh.
So, and I've got other people who might want to go with me this year.
Who?
Rick and Janet.
What?
Yep, they said they might want to go to the Redwood Forest with me this year.
So you're all going to go there without me?
I don't know. I used to keep eels, and this is why I stopped. Tired of them getting out. So Natural Aquariums had the same thing happen. And Father Fish says, I have fire eels coming Tuesday.
This was an actual moor eel, Father Fish. Cool little freshwater moor eel. And it is cool looking moorie. It's really, really cool.
Did you see what Chevy Fish said? Just put up little no jumping signs in the tank so the eels know not to jump. I like that.
Lumpy dog. Good to see you, sir.
Kaler Aquatic says, my tire tracks have never gotten out.
That's cool. The other thing I liked were those rope fish, but I know Haley has had problems with hers getting out. And somebody else had them and had the same issue, and I'm trying to remember who it was.
She said, you just need to make sure that you have something floating in the tank. They like to be up near the surface. So just make sure that they have a way to get their head up out of the water.
Yes, Charles Reeves. I've got green tears and Oscars in the one behind me.
Yep.
You can get away with a lot of the South American, Central American cichlids being together.
You just have to make sure that they can't fit in each other's mouths.
Yep, that's one big thing.
And then there are certain ones that are like, Oscars are kind of, for generally speaking, not so terribly aggressive as far as just mean. And you need to
I probably wouldn't put like a manganese or any of those in there. Jaguars, I wouldn't put in with an Oscar most likely. Trimac, I'm not putting Susie in there. She would kill them all in probably 30 seconds.
But you do have a manganese in with your Oscars.
That's right. No, that ain't a manganese. That's a Moda.
Modaguensis, yeah. Sorry.
No, those Jaguars are mean. That's the one, remember, I had downstairs that ate my whole every tank mate.
Yeah. So Natural Aquarium says, I have a log that will never sink. Perfect. Now I just need a rope fish.
Catfish Terry was saying he got his log to sink finally.
Cichlids 23. Yo, Mr. Shelley.
There he is, Sean OOTD.
Yeah. What's Charles doing all the emojis? Oh, beautiful Oscars behind your head. And then he's got all these emojis.
In that tank, to give you an idea, Charles, we have 5 tiger Oscars, one of which is albino, 2 Texas cichlids, 2 green tears, a Vieja, South Carolina, Rio, South Carolina, isn't it, Danielle?
Yeah.
And then we've got about a 12-inch to 14-inch common pleco, 12-inch Cynodotus decorus, and then another type of pleco. Am I missing anyone, honey? Oh, and then the new fish we just put in there tonight.
Which one did you put in there?
That reek or whatever they call it, that weird eat.
Nitropolis Nematopus.
And as you guys just saw, he's being kind of brought into the gang that, almost any cichlid tank, it's, this initiation, they beat you down. Once you've been beat, then they let you back in. But
GRP Aquatics, you're so funny. Lampreys suck.
yeah.
Yep, they suck all over rocks and twigs and everything else.
I'm probably going to have to go up to the, I wanted to do a live stream from Bonneville on my normal time, but I think it's going to have to be a special stream, guys, because I did find out they close daily at 5 p.m. So, Bonneville, damn.
Oh, yeah.
So before we go and...
Oh, what's that fish behind you that has this look of the 5-star general, but longer, more predatory looking?
That is a, everybody asked me this, and like I said, I've had multiple, I do know it's super rare is what I've been told. It's a part of the headstander family, Leprechaunus family. Am I butchering that, Danielle? Is that how you say it? I have no idea, but it's I've been told 5-spot Leprechaunus, and I've been told clown Leprechaunus. But he cracks me up. When I first put him in here, he's all timid. He kind of got messed with a little bit. Now he rules the tank. Nobody messes with that fish anymore. What are you laughing at? What did I do now?
I was laughing at Natural Aquarium. Suddenly getting your log to sink sounds like a metaphor. I love the fish fam. They are so
Oh, God. Jay's African Cichlids. Good to see you. Many eels are illiterate.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So Charles Reeves says he plans to put his terror with his 2 albino tiger eskers.
Yeah, they'll be, again, as long as it's size proportionate, I would have put like a 12-inch Oscar with a 3-inch terror, but
And it's important to add graphics to the Chevy Fish's signs. Many eels are illiterate.
God, I could have swore I heard somebody say that.
I know, but I only heard part of what you said. And I only heard the many eels are illitics, but graphics to the signs is so funny. Oh my gosh, Father Fish. There, Chevy 23 just put it in there. Leperinus.
Leperinus.
Yeah, that's
Leprechaun. I'm thinking leprechaun when I hear that name. Sorry, guys.
As you've all been warned before, Kenny has a way of kind of butchering names. It's close, but not quite.
I may not sound like a scientist, but I know my crap on what I'm talking about as far as what's parameters and everything else. But I can tell you it's a cool fish and I love it. I'm not going to say the other way. It's not my favorite fish. Just the other 987 of them are shut up, Danielle. I can see you. I got 2 phones in.
Huh? What are you talking about?
I saw you doing those. So it looks like we're going to have Mr. Griffin in 6 minutes, guys. If one of my moms would be gracious enough to put a link to Griffin's stream tonight.
These hours go by so fast.
I know. Well, I offered. Q threw it out there. She wanted us to go on a 4 right after her.
I know.
You said no. I don't want to do it now.
Well, because we
are scheduled at 6. I understand.
Right. That's right. Our peeps.
Plus, I don't want to do a 2-hour one weekly, guys, because I do know that Funk is temporary. He plans to come back eventually. He's just taking a little break, and we didn't want to take that time slot over because it's Funk's. Wouldn't feel right because it's Funk's time slot.
Yeah.
Thank you, Candy.
Yeah. Chris John says the stream needs 8 more likes.
I always appreciate the likes, guys. I don't know, James or somebody whose stream was on it. Like 50 likes gets you some kind of analytical stuff. I don't understand the analytics either. I just come on here to have fun. I mean, all the rest will take care of itself.
Moonstone says Joe likes my laugh. Thank you, Joe. That's good. That's good.
What the hell?
Oh,
Green apple does not look good on Viking purple.
Kenneth, watch your language.
Or did
It's a family-friendly show.
No, it's children under.
But still, I want to be proud.
Okay.
Your grandchild watches this.
First off, I will let you all know to make Danny happy, I am going to put a formal apology for my rude and crude behavior last week.
Stop it.
I did have at the party a few drinks. Danny and I have an agreement. I will not drink on our streams. So I am formally saying I'm sorry, Danny. And to my wonderful fish fam. Anyway, now that that's out of the way.
Yes. Let's see. And your grandson watches the show.
Yes, this is true. I forgot he does watch Grandpa.
So he watches our live streams. They put it on for him. And yesterday they were watching it earlier in the day, and Ken went walking in over at their house, and he looks up at Ken and just went, oh, and he was so excited after having seen him on TV earlier. So it was really something special for him.
That kid is something else though, guys. He's just turned 18 months, and yesterday my son sends a video to me. This kid, they have one of those, what do you call those things? Anyway, so trellis, there you go, for wisteria and stuff to grow over. This kid used it like a ladder, and his dad caught him. He was at the very top trying to climb over their 8-foot fence. And I'm like, he's 18 months. What's he doing on this ladder? You know? But they got big troubles over at that house, man. Dax is going to be a troublemaker, I think.
He's not going to be a trouble. He is my sweet, angelic, perfect grandchild. Can do no wrong.
Moonstone says, okay, Kenny, but it was kind of great.
Thank you, Kayla Aquatics. That's very sweet of you.
She keeps me in line, guys. She really does.
He's my hero, though. I think you've heard me say that before. He really is.
Turn that frown upside down, somebody. So we must have got a dislike again tonight.
That's okay.
We love them all.
Chevy Fish says, leash that little dude.
Leash that little dude. Yeah, I'm telling you guys, they're going to have to. The other thing he does is he knows where the cookies and the treats are, and they put them in the very top shelf, and he'll like stack chairs to get up on the counter, and then take more things, stack it to get up in the upper. I mean, they found him one time at the upper, as high as he could be in the kitchen. I'm like, God Almighty, you guys are gonna have to figure that kid out, man. He's already figured out how to unlock doors and all that stuff. I mean, he's trouble.
Lumpy Dog, you are so correct. Grandma to the rescue and the defense. That is my little baby. He is so perfect.
Well, guys, I think we'll head on over here. Less than a minute, so I guess I'll take the time to thank all of you for coming to my stream, or excuse me, to our stream. And anyway, we'll head on over to Griff, give him some love, and as always, love your fish.
Love your fish.
And this is going to be Kenny E and the lovely Danny E going to say goodnight tonight. We'll see you next week. What are you laughing at now?
Because Chris John says they waited all the way until the end to put the dislikes.
Have you ever heard of Nashville?
No.
I've never heard of that group.
All right.
All right, Chewy. So anyway, guys, head on over. We'll do #Griffin tonight. Mess with his head. Anyway,
Bye.
man, appreciate y'all coming. Much love. Have a great night, guys. Thank you, Miss Candy. And all the rest of my mods. You're awesome.